Is jiu-jitsu a lot of throwing, or is it punching and kicking?
There's no punching.
No punching.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that's shouldn't be.
Oh,
Yeah.
it tastes like an Oreo.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So you don't like chocolate at all?
I hate chocolate.
Was that terrible? Okay.
Hello and welcome to Off Script. Here at Oswego Health, we love to take you behind the scenes with the healthcare team that takes care of you. I have the honor to be sitting next to what I think, I'm sure everybody else thinks, the coolest employee here at Oswego Health. Just look at what he has on, right? Very, very slick. We have Casey Donovan. Casey, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, the honor is all mine.
Is the honor all yours? Fantastic.
It is,
Because
yes.
it's all mine. This is great. Are you ready to go?
I think
off
I'm ready.
Script?
Let's do it.
Awesome. So my first question for you is, it's really nice to have somebody who is from Oswego
Yeah.
to be interviewing here at Off Script. I want to know about you growing up here in Oswego.
Growing up in Oswego was awesome. The summers here are unbelievable, being right on the water. The winters could have been a little less dramatic, but it's a fun talking point, moving forward in my life, saying that I've, had full weeks of school canceled because we've gotten over 10 feet of snow before.
Full weeks of school canceled.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but then they take away your break
That
after.
is true. That is true.
Yeah, they say, oh, now we don't need a February break. So
My wife always gets mad because she works in the Syracuse school district. It'll be snow day. She's like, yes. And then the next snow day, she's like, yes. Then the third snow day, she's like, they're going to take away from my summer. I'm like, you know what? I'm going in no matter what. So,
That's why you're always hoping for half days so that you can they still count towards the school days. So
do you have any favorite memories here in Oswego growing up?
I do, yeah. Mostly just during the summertime, just kicking around with my friends, riding bikes around, having a small town where you could go and bike to a convenience store, pick up some candy, bike back home. That was always fun. Having the river to be able to fish in. Just the local beaches to be able to go to. We always went camping at Southwick up north.
Southwick Beach,
fantastic beach.
Yeah.
So just stuff of being outside, being outdoors, and roam around the city. And it's good having like a smaller community where you feel safe and you can kind of move around.
Yeah, absolutely. What makes, I know you already said a bunch of stuff, but specifically, what makes Oswego a special community?
The snow. Yeah, the snow, definitely. I think there's something about the snow that hardens people and also creates the community because it's just something that you all live through together and you have to conquer together.
Suffer together.
And you see, in my neighborhood, we help each other shovel out. Shout out to my neighbors for plowing us out a couple times this year, more than a couple probably. But it's just something that brings everybody together, and then you find people in warm locations together, getting food, getting drinks, and just really just feeling that camaraderie of hardship that really builds up growing up in this area. So
you mentioned a couple things, but I want to get into Casey's life outside of work. So talk about some of your hobbies, things you like to do.
Okay. Some of the things I like to do outside of work, I keep bringing it up. I think it's just the summertime. The sun is shining. I just am trying to get outdoors as much as I possibly can. I have a son. He's 5 years old. We've been fishing. He is fishing crazy right now. He cannot get enough casts in. It's always convincing him to leave once we have already had our day, and just getting outside and enjoying family time. I have two sons. The oldest one's fishing. The other one's a little too young for that right now. But getting both of them outdoors and around, spending lots of time with family. We have a beautiful garden that my wife has really built up over time and been working on.
What do you have in the garden?
Oh, what don't we have in the
Ooh.
garden? Yeah, we got corn, cucumbers, peppers, any herb you can think of, tomatoes, strawberries, rhubarb,
Dang.
squash.
Huh?
So anything you need. We cook a lot as well too, so you can just walk out into the
Swiss
backyard.
chard, get that. Then we'll be
Okay.
best friends. Oh, I love it. I
Do
love it.
ya?
Wait, so once it grows, it's towards the end of the summer season, I think.
Uh-huh.
Don't hold it against me.
Okay.
And then it's just olive oil.
Okay.
Good olive oil.
Good
right?
olive oil.
Real
Yeah,
olive
yeah.
oil from Italy.
Yes.
A good olive oil, just a little garlic, not
Okay.
too much, pepper and salt.
Okay.
You can go to town on that. It's
Just kiss.
oh,
Okay.
fantastic.
All right, I'll have to give
and
that
then
a try.
it's gluten free.
Oh, there you go. Awesome. Perfect.
Foreshadowing a little bit. Yeah. So I want to talk about your gluten-free diet.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to talk some food.
Okay.
So I understand that you follow that gluten-free diet.
Yes.
When did that start?
That is a so it's kind of a journey.
Yeah.
My
I have all that.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. My mother was diagnosed with celiac back
Okay.
in 2000-ish. She went through the whole process, and that was back when there was no gluten-free aisle in the store. There was only whispers of gluten-free diets throughout the community.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
They passed around gluten-free flour magazines that you could order, like bulk flour. She kind of really set the tone of figuring it out, and nothing was labeled on the menus. If you went out to eat in the restaurant, there just wasn't prevalent. And then going forward, I was always able to eat gluten, and then I had some health concerns that ended up with me being chosen for bone marrow donation. Well, not concerns, but I had the opportunity to donate bone marrow and was picked as the person to be the donor. I had blood work done. There was some concerning levels on there, and I came down to the conclusion that I was allergic to gluten as well, too. So I didn't think that was a thing in my life, but it has become a thing, and this was over probably like 10 years ago at this point. So, and since then, no issues whatsoever. I just changed my diet up. Luckily, it's one of those conditions where you can just stop eating gluten and you're good to go. So,
I mean, you got the fresh garden. So
yeah, and
gluten,
I
you
have
don't need
been
it.
and I've been prepped previously from my mother's journey as well too. So, and my mom and I aren't the only ones in my family either that can have gluten. So it's kind of there's a genetic component to it, and we kind of seem to be all afflicted. So,
What's your favorite gluten-free food? Well, it wouldn't be gluten. What's your favorite food?
but my favorite gluten-free
Yeah,
food is
yeah.
steak. So I mean,
we can agree on that one. Yeah.
But my favorite gluten-free food that's specifically gluten-free is my wife's chocolate chip cookies. I'm a cookieaholic.
Really?
Yes. I can't help myself. My heart starts racing, I get sweaty, and when I see cookies and I start going. And I start going, I can't
I
stop.
love
So,
cookies.
but her cookies specifically, she has tuned it in, a little salt on top. Again, chef's kiss. It's perfect.
Sorry, Casey. So we're gonna move on to healthcare.
Okay.
Now, I think your story, which we're gonna get into in this part of our off-script episode, even though it's off-script, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to talk about your journey. Your journey is awesome. You are like a Oswego Health royalty.
Well,
Right? You've been
thank you.
This is great.
Yeah.
So I first start basic. I want to know what got you interested in healthcare.
When I was in high school and 16 and trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, like every 16-year-old feels like they need to do, you make one decision and that's it for the rest of your life. I didn't know what to do. I was talking with my parents, and I knew I liked the sciences. I knew I liked talking with people. And my parents were like, why don't you go into healthcare? You get the science, you get the interaction, you're not stuck in a lab anywhere. And for some reason, I picked that, and that's what I've been moving forward with ever since.
That's a good story.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I usually ask a question like, was there somebody that, helped bring you along the way? It's your parents. That's awesome story. Do you remember the specific moment when you said, "This is what I want to work in healthcare"?
I kind of do. It was in our kitchen. It was later in the afternoon. We were trying to make the decisions again that I'm for the rest of your life at, because you know so much at 16 and what you're gonna do forever. And just deciding to move forward with that. And luckily, the high school and BOCES offered the um, New Visions program to
Great
go
program.
to the hospital for your senior year of high school and go and shadow all these healthcare professionals in place of going to high school, and having the opportunity to be able to go to the hospital and follow around these people and see what they do and seeing all the different avenues of healthcare, and being treated like a professional, and kind of seeing the impact that it makes on everyone's lives, just really stuck with me. And then it's funny going from the hospital and seeing, people being vulnerable and people finding out things and being happy, and then going back and to everyday high school where you hear a bell ring and you got to go to your next class and sit down in a classroom. I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing. It just felt there was just so much more out there. And yeah, that started my healthcare journey. So,
So I'm gonna go a little off script
okay,
on my own.
here we go.
So Oswego Health
Hmm.
is also the love connection, right? Great stuff, right?
Yeah, yes, it is.
So I
Yup.
understand you met your wife, Dana, right?
Yes.
While working here at Oswego Health.
Yes.
I need to know the story.
My lovely wife, Dana, is the medical speech language pathologist here at the hospital. I was working as a nurse's aide on the medical surgical floor, and I saw her, and it was love at first sight. For me, I don't know about her. You'd have to ask her. But the
Same here.
I said, I think I'd like to marry that girl. And we met. I kind of found my way into any of the rooms, see if she needed any help with anything. And I saw her in the gym around here at Oswego when she had recently moved to Oswego. She asked, is there anything to do? I'd love to get out on like a sailboat or on the water. I said, I got an
Water's
uncle.
your thing.
I said,
Yeah.
I got an uncle with a sailboat. I didn't tell her he sold it 15 years prior, but that got us out and showed her around town, and we have been dating ever since. So
Did you get in the water?
we were sitting down in a restaurant, and it was so nice out. It was 4th of July weekend, so it was recently, yeah. And we were sitting in this restaurant, we're sitting outside, and we're looking at each other and we go, what are we doing? We need to go be out on the water, do something, go paddleboarding. She had a paddleboard, so we left the restaurant, we loaded the paddleboard up, we went out to the lake, floated around for a little while, chit-chatted, and then we came back in and ended up going back to the restaurant. Had the same waitress and everything. We said, "We're sorry, we gotta go. We'll be back later." And she said, "That's fine. We'll see you."
That's awesome. That is a great
So
story.
that was our first date.
That is awesome. Let's talk about primary care.
Okay.
I want to know your style as a provider.
Style. I don't think I've ever think of it as a style.
I brought the questions today. Don't worry.
Yeah. My style as a primary care provider is really just, I guess, teamwork, if that's a style. Really team-based style.
That's a good style.
I think that everyone has their own healthcare journey that they're on, and that they are kind of driving it, and I'm kind of helping them with directions of where to go. So I think listening to the patient and hearing what their thoughts are, and I want to hear all the questions and go through, even if they Googled something on the internet or are concerned about something, I do want to hear that. I'm not one of those providers that's like, don't Google anything, because if you get some information and you want to be able to go through that information together, and I can tell you whether that could potentially be something, or we're kind of getting lost in the direction we need to go in. I think working as a team together of helps create a good relationship
That's the
and
provider I
builds
want. Team.
trust.
Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
What's the importance of primary care?
Most of the other healthcare locations are dealing with a problem as it comes up. Specialties sometimes are dealing, you get a problem, you get sent to a specialist, emergency department, you go there because you have a problem. Primary care is, I feel like, is unique in saying is that we're trying to look 10 years, 20 years down the road and see what could potentially be a problem for you given your own personal history, and how can we prevent that
Mhm.
from happening. It's preventative medicine. Um, it's very important to get your screenings done. I like to tell people, let's treat this problem not because I think something major is going to happen tomorrow, but I don't want anything major happening over the next, couple decades. And if we can get ahead of this, it's easier to deal with now than it is later on down the
Yeah.
road. So,
How do you deal with and I guess I could put myself in I'm not the easiest patient to deal with.
okay,
Right?
okay.
So if we were having a conversation like, hey, Mike, I think you should probably get a screening for XYZ.
hmm
I'm like, I don't know. Like, how do you deal with it's not a difficult patient, but, getting a patient, convincing them that it is important to get this done when they don't want to do it.
Yeah, I think just listening to their concerns of what is preventing them from getting that screening, or explaining to them the importance of the screening. Um, you know, s- Colonoscopies per se. Some people are like, I do not want a colonoscopy. That's a discussion we can have, and I can explain the importance of, I don't think we're going to go in there and find colon cancer right now. But if we can find polyps that maybe can be taken care of that would eventually progress into cancer 10 years from now, it would be important to address those. Also, if you talk to your primary care provider about screenings, let's just say colonoscopies again, there are other things coming out as technology moves forward, such as like the Cologuard test, where it's an at-home screening and is very accurate about catching cancers early on, and have that discussion of maybe this is a good option for you, and then you don't need to go through with it. Or if something comes up on that screening, then it's very important that we continue and go through with go from a screening to maybe a diagnostic test. So I also think that if you know what we're dealing with, rather than kind of like ignoring health problems and putting them in the corner, if we
Mhm.
know what we're dealing with, that gives the patient the control again, and kind of mitigates the fear of what could potentially happen. You can come in and have a discussion with us, and we can say, these are the options. This is what we got. Let's pick the best one for you and move forward.
All right. Yeah.
hmm
New patient.
hmm
So first time patient to see you.
hmm
What is a brand new patient? What are they going to see? What are they going to get when they see you?
First, I think they're going to come in and see our front end staff, which I think does a lovely job, and really greets the patient and tries to make them feel comfortable. It's always nerve-wracking meeting. I'm slightly nervous too, meeting new patients for the first time. I don't know what's going to happen, but I like meeting new people, so that's exciting for me. So coming in, I know that I try to say, listen, we meeting for the first time. I understand that this is a nerve-wracking situation, and just talk to them about what their concerns are, what has their health journey previously been, and kind of what direction we can go in moving forward, and create a plan of how often we want to see each other, areas of concern that I think we might need to address, and just kind of like really going back to teamwork, just kind of work together and figure out a plan for their health journey moving forward. And I'm just be a cheerleader on the sideline for them.
You have, to me, another really interesting career path in your education.
Okay.
So you attended Cuga Community College,
Correct.
SUNY Brockport,
Mm-hmm.
and then SUNY Polytechnic Institute.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that path?
Yes. So my parents, when I was in high school, said, you should go to nursing school. You should be a nurse. And I said, I don't want to do that. And so I went to SUNY Brockport. I got a biology degree. I then got a job in an emergency department south of Rochester, trying to get into the medical world. Sometimes to get into medicine, you need a job in medicine, and to get a job in medicine, you need to have experience with a job in medicine. It's kind of like a cycle that you go through, and you're like, oh, you don't have any experience? Okay, well, you need experience. And it's like, how can I get experience if I don't have experience?
Right. Yeah.
And so I worked in the emergency department as a tech there for a short while, and came to
What was that like working as an ED tech?
it was eye-opening. Yeah, I went from college life to helping run codes, and seeing like a ton of patients on busy hot summer days or big winter car crashes, and really opened my eyes, got my love for emergency medicine going forward. I kind of like cut my teeth there. I learned a whole lot. I worked with some of the doctors there and in the emergency department at Oswego Health here. They kind of made the transition over.
Really?
So when I got to the emergency department here as a nurse, I was like, hey, what's going on? So, but no, it was cool. I like the fast paced nature of it. I said emergency medicine is where I want to go moving forward. And learning that as a tech and learning the basics of why we do what we do was a very cool experience.
So that ED experience speaks to me, right?
Okay.
I absolutely love that, right? As a volunteer firefighter, how do you explain, the skills that you gained from the ED working in high pressure situations, how it makes you a better provider seeing your patients today?
I think that nothing's gonna scare me. No problem am I gonna be like, whoa. It's just not gonna happen. After, I mean, I did 10 years here, well, almost a decade as a nurse in the emergency department here, and I can't say I've seen everything, but after that amount of time and working as a
Yeah.
tech previously in an emergency department, you kind of you've seen a lot. So no problem's gonna scare me in primary care. I also think that I do know what red flags to look out for, what could potentially be an emergency situation that could potentially be overlooked. Just being in those scenarios on the hospital side of it, working in the office.
Yeah, I just find that part of your experience awesome.
hmm
And it could only make you a better provider in the primary care setting. So,
Yeah.
what's the best advice a mentor has ever given you?
Maybe it's not like a specific verbatim advice or like a phrase or anything, but I just don't overlook any complaint. No
Alright.
complaint that a patient says is too small. Just factor it in. Just because sometimes there's a missing piece to the puzzle and a patient forgot to tell you something. Oh, also, my right arm stopped working the other day. And, it just helps fit the pieces in the puzzle of just not overlooking anything. I feel like I got to see many providers do that, and yeah, it was, they might not have known it, or they didn't specifically turn and say that to me, but it was something I definitely noticed that was helped me on my journey. So,
Cool.
yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about your journey here at Oswego Health.
Okay.
What drew you to Oswego Health?
What drew me to Oswego Health was, one, it was right down the road. I mean, convenience. It's great having barely a commute to get to work.
I wouldn't know that, but go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So, especially in the winters up here. So, but I think that, my family is all around Oswego. I grew up going to the hospital here, through the New Visions program, having a primary care provider through in the area. We've had our children here at the hospital, both of them. I just think that something about having like the community health where you know the providers, you've seen them multiple times, they've probably taken care of other family members of that you have, is good in that you feel like you're being supported, and it's not this big scary building that you go into and you don't see anyone you know. I can't tell you how many times I've gone down as like a patient for an appointment and run into 3 people I know. Sometimes that's not a great thing, but it's just you feel supported. People are always checking on each other. It just is. Yeah, I think there's something to be said about having the community aspect of the community hospital. So
You've been here for over a decade working here.
It's
As a
good.
patient, hearing that from your provider, like, hey, I'm going to refer you to Doc so-and-so. I know them. They're a good person, and they are very good at what they do. It puts an ease to me as a patient.
Yeah,
Super helpful.
Exactly.
Super helpful. And
Yeah.
the bigger systems, I just don't think you're gonna get that.
Yeah.
You're gonna go here because that's where we always referred.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Casey, I appreciate it. Thank you for going through the off-script questions.
Yeah,
You're not done yet. You
Okay.
can take a quick sip of water.
Okay, all
Because
right.
now it's the rapid-fire questions
right.
that you do not have to answer rapidly, but for the sake of time, probably will have to.
Okay.
What takes more patience, fishing or primary care?
Depends on the day, certainly. With the way I fish, probably fishing.
Fishing, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
What's harder, a busy ER shift or putting together a gluten-free meal everyone likes?
Oh, an ER shift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
they're a tough ER shift when there's more patients than there are rooms, and the problems start building up. There's just not many things that get tougher than that. So a gluten-free meal, you just avoid the gluten altogether. You just don't have the starch
I
or
love
make
the answer.
potatoes. That's an easy workaround, especially in summer when there's fresh produce everywhere. That's an easy workaround. Yeah,
Good point.
yeah.
Point taken.
hmm
Super difficult question. Worms or lures?
Oh, I don't know anything about lures. Worms.
You're an expert.
Yeah, I try. I put them on the line. The fish look at them and say, "I don't
Whatever.
Not
Yeah.
doing that today." So, yeah.
So on that same theme,
Okay.
boat, dock, or shoreline?
Ooh, if I'm recreation, no fishing poles, boat. If we're talking strictly fishing, dock. Yeah, dock. Because the sunfish and the bass, they like the worms. It's easy to pull
true.
up.
Yep.
You know, depending on which ones you're on, you can see them, and that makes it fun for
Yeah.
the kids too.
Yeah.
So. Mhm.
I want to know the answer to this one.
Okay.
Your most important item in your tackle box?
Most important item in my tackle box is probably the knife to cut the line when I got the snag. Yeah. So,
Oh.
or pliers. That's
Yeah.
you gotta have a good
Yeah.
pair of pliers. So,
On a hike, have you ever used any of your ALS, BLS skills?
no, thank goodness.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no. Maybe a bug bite. But no, never had to use them. Thank goodness. Don't want to use them. I'm out there recreational. If I have to, I'll be there. But would prefer to just enjoy the scenery and keep it moving. So
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Casey, thank you so much.
Mhm.
I asked you to bring some items in.
Yeah.
As I look over here, these items are, again, amazing.
Mhm.
The first one is, I believe, this is a martial arts belt.
Yeah. So I
Yes.
brought in my jiu-jitsu belt.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. Jiu-jitsu.
yeah.
That's right. That's
So
right.
I recently
Is white black and black white, so you're a master?
no.
Oh, okay.
No. Far from it. Yeah, I recently picked up jiu-jitsu. So did my son as well too. As a
Really?
hobby in last fall. I believe my wife was looking for a kickboxing class locally, and instead she stumbled upon Oswego Jiu-Jitsu. Shout out to OJJ, who I said, well, if you're they don't have the kickboxing there, but you might as well sign August and I up for the jiu-jitsu classes. And we started taking them and kind of been on a journey together.
Is jiu-jitsu a lot of throwing, or is it punching and kicking?
There's no punching and
No
kicking.
punching.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
kicking.
that's shouldn't be. The there is throwing. You start on your feet. So the matches begin on your feet, and there can be throwing to get the person down. But a lot of it is kind of like on the ground.
Oh,
Joint
all right.
twisting, manipulation, choking.
Yeah.
So but yeah, we started in the fall, and it's just kind of built into a hobby of mine, and
That's cool.
keeps me in shape and humble.
Very good.
Still
Very good.
trying to not get.
What's the stripe?
Oh, it's just it's a stripe I earned.
There you go.
But yeah, hopefully I'll get a couple more of those stripes.
Yeah.
And just
This
kinda work
one's
on the skill.
self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Best dad ever.
Yeah.
I love it.
I won.
I
won.
That's the award.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
it. Yeah,
so-
that's great. That's great.
No, it's kind of two-part. I love being a dad. It's been a fantastic journey. I was given this mug by people who know me best, my wife and my kids.
That's
and
the vote that
also,
matters, right?
yeah. First of all, this mug is coffee's life in healthcare, right? It's the lifeblood that we run on. So you got to have a good mug. This is the perfect size. You don't want it too small. You don't want it too big. If it's too big, it cools down before you can drink it.
The grip is the
This
handle's
is
nice.
there's something about
Yeah.
it feels right. It's top of the line. I don't even know what brand it is, but not only did I get the award, but I keep reaping the benefits.
That's right.
So
Okay. Now, we love our cookies.
we do.
So this is Chips Ahoy Chewy, which even I don't like the hard cookies. The chewy though, gluten-free cookies. But there's
Yes.
also double stuffed Oreos.
Yes.
Gluten-free. Oh,
Gluten-free as well, too,
Aren't
yeah.
Oreos gluten-free to begin with? Oh, they're vegan, right?
Okay.
Naturally, right? I think so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
So
I believe.
this is a two. These Oreos is another gluten-free cookie that I think you won't be able to tell. I think it's comparable to the regular Oreo. They've come out with these. I figured we just give them a try here, right? I've had these before. I know these are good. So I figure we get your reaction.
Because you're awesome,
Mm-hmm.
I will try these cookies.
Okay.
But since you're not gluten-free, I will share with you. I don't like chocolate. But
You
we
don't
will
like
go ahead.
chocolate?
We will go ahead. and
Oh
eat it.
my
We
goodness.
will go ahead and eat it.
All right. Well, you might like it today.
So
But
the,
do you
last,
hate it?
the
Hate it,
last
or is it-
Oreo I had was years ago, but I will be able to tell you.
All
what
right.
this
Well, at
tastes
least.
the same.
All right. Let's give it a try here. Well, if I knew that, I would have gotten the vanilla
It's fine,
ones.
It's fine. You have first pick.
No. Please go
No,
ahead.
no,
I brought
please,
them
please.
for you. Yeah.
This
yeah.
one's like double stuffed. It's
Okay,
like-
there you go.
Oh, pretty good.
Are you gonna
You-
start gagging
you
because
take-
of the
you
chocolate?
take it
or is
off like that?
Yeah, you
Of
got
course,
to.
of
Yeah,
course.
give it a couple licks and yeah.
Eating on camera.
Mm-hmm.
I taste so different.
You can't tell,
No.
right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It tastes like an Oreo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you don't like chocolate at all?
I hate chocolate.
Was that terrible?
No.
Okay.
It's not
Well, I got
it's
chocolate
not-
chip cookies
It's not
too.
real chocolate.
Okay. Well, I don't think this is either. So all right, but so I've never had these before.
Oh, this is we're
I've
trying
never
this
had these.
together
I
at the
saw
same
these.
time?
Yeah, I saw these
Whoa.
in store, and I said,
Off
yeah, we
script,
gotta
I'm
get these
bringing it
right.
in.
This is off script here, so I figure I'd give it a try. We gotta see if they have. I'm trying to deep down remember what chewy Chips Ahoy tastes like, but yeah, let's do it.
Ooh, they're small.
Yeah.
Chips Ahoy feels a little bigger than this normally.
Okay. I see what they're doing there.
It kind of tastes like Chips Ahoy.
Yeah.
It's not as gooey.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
No.
Very typical for
Yeah.
It's good.
I'll give this one 7.3.
7.3.
No.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm right
on
there
the
with you.
gluten-free scale.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it a
Okay.
6.8.
Oh, you're tougher.
Yeah.
I'm tougher.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I think
Mm.
so. I mean,
Usually I am. Yeah.
again, I've had my wife's chocolate chip cookies. When you've been to the promised land,
I
respect it.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
The food near lunch, so I appreciate that a lot.
Mhm.
as a non-chocolate lover, I still enjoyed it a lot. I liked it. Now, you get to ask me. I always offer the cards
Okay.
to feel the power.
Oh, wow.
Of
Okay.
asking the
All
questions.
right.
So you can ask me whatever,
All right,
whatever
let me
you'd
see
like
what
to
we
ask.
got here.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Oh.
All right here. All right. So,
You don't have to use one of those. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
if you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
Oh, any animal?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to say
It's tough. These are heavy hitters.
a killer whale.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're legit. They got speed,
They are.
intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
and they're top of the food chain.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's good. I like that. Yeah. It's a good answer.
That was a good question.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a really good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Casey, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks
Off
for having me
Script today.
Again, honor's all mine. Here,
This
I'll
has
give
been
you
great.
these back
Oh,
here.
don't need them at this point.
There
I'll
you
say,
go.
yeah.
So.
Thank you for another episode of Off Script. We will see you next time.